Hello everybody, welcome back to Virtual Chair Yoga. It's wonderful that you can join me today for this class. So as always, let's begin by relaxing back into the chair, softening and settling, feeling that chair beneath you and behind you, adjusting however you need to be comfortable. Resting your feet on the floor or on the block, hands in your lap. Closing your eyes if you'd like to. If you prefer not to, you can just soften your gaze, just looking at the floor ahead of you. Take a couple of breaths as you begin to soften and settle into the chair. Just allowing your mind to relax, just beginning to focus on yourself sitting on a chair. Giving yourself permission just to take this time. Just leave everything behind so the only thing you're focusing on is you sitting on a chair. And allowing those breaths to soften, to settle, and to gradually bring your awareness to the crown of your head. Just focusing on the crown of your head for a moment. And then begin that lovely, long, slow flow through the back of your body, visualizing as you flow from the crown of your head. Feeling how your body rests against the chair. Feeling the strength behind you and the strength beneath you. Noticing any areas of tension or tightness as you flow through the back of your body. Allow yourself to relax against the chair, softening as you flow through the backs of your legs. Flowing through the soles of your feet and feeling the fabric beneath them. And then finally arriving at your toes. Focusing on the tips of your toes. Pause there for a moment before you begin that visual flow through the front of your body. Starting at your toes, flowing up through the legs, through the hips, through the front of your body, noticing any areas of tension or tightness, using the breath to soften those spaces, flowing gradually up through the chest and through your face as you arrive at the crown of your head. Pause again. Allow yourself to feel how the clothes feel on the skin, how the fabric feels against your hands and the fabric feels against your feet. Begin to feel the cool of the air on your skin and take in the sounds around you. And then gradually bring your awareness to the flow of your breath. And just observe the breath as you take it in through your nose, as it flows to the back of the nose and down into your lungs. Observe the rise and then the fall of your chest and the release of breath through your nose or through your mouth. Just follow that breath with your visualization, allowing all the focus to remain just on that flow. Inhaling through your nose, feeling the cool air as you breathe it to the back of your nose, flowing down into your lungs, observing the rise of your chest, and then releasing the breath, feel the fall of your chest as you release warm air through your nose or through your mouth. Observe that natural flow of breath, not changing it, just observing it, becoming familiar with it as you take that gentle inhalation and that gentle exhalation. And maintaining that flow of breath, bring your awareness to your toes. Soften and release through your toes. Relaxing through the soles of your feet and through the tops of your feet. As you flow through your heels and into your ankles. Allowing them to be soft and heavy as you begin the flow through your calves and through your shins. Visualizing as you flow into the backs of your knees, softening them as you release the tension in the tops of your knees, Just let the knees fall to each side. Keep your awareness on the flow as you take it through your thighs. Relax through the backs of your thighs, feeling them heavy against the chair. Relax through the tops of your thighs, feeling the weight of your hands resting in your lap. Visualize as you flow through your hips and allow the hips to be heavy and soft, releasing to the back and to the base of the chair. Take your breath into your belly, let it open and expand as the breath flows through to your lower back. And as you release that breath, soften the lower back and begin to release the back as you flow up the spine, softening between the shoulder blades, letting the whole of your back rest into the chair. Bring your awareness to the front of your body. Take a breath into your belly. Let it open and expand as it softens into the rib cage and the chest. And then release the breath. Let everything be heavy, relaxed. Let all that tension flow. Taking another breath into your chest, let it open and expand. Let the breath flow through to your upper back. And then as you release the breath, soften your chest, your back, your shoulders. And begin to flow down through each arm, releasing at your elbows. Soften through your forearms. Release at the wrists. And allow that softness to flow through the palms of your hands right through to your fingertips. Bring your awareness to your throat. Take a breath into your throat. And as you release the breath, allow the chin to come slightly toward the chest, open up through the back of your neck, and allow that softness to flow from the base of your skull to the crown of your head. Take another breath in. And as you release the breath, soften around your eyes, release the tension in your jaw, and allow your tongue to rest gently in the bottom of your mouth. Returning your awareness again to the flow of your breath. Inhaling that cool air in through your nose and flowing it to the back of the nose, and then down into your lungs. Letting the chest expand with your breath. Open. Extending the chest, let the breath flow to your throat. And as you release the breath, soften around your eyes, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, your chest. Take another breath in through your nose, flow it to the back of the nose. Again, flow it down into the lungs. Let the whole of the chest and the upper back open and expand with your breath. Flow it right to your throat. And then releasing the breath, soften around your eyes, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, flowing down through each arm, releasing right to the fingertips. Inhale through your nose. This time let that breath flow right down into the base of your lungs so the whole of your rib cage expands with your breath. Let that breath flow up into your chest, take it right to your throat. And then releasing the breath, soften down through your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your back, your chest, your rib cage. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest. As you take that long, slow breath in through your nose, let it flow to the back of your nose and this time down into the belly. As the belly opens and expands with your breath, the right hand rises, flow it up through your rib cage, take it into your chest. As the chest expands, the left hand rises, flow it to your throat. And then releasing that long, slow breath, releasing from the chest, softening down through the arms and the neck, the back, the belly, the hips, the thighs, the knees. Again, inhale through your nose. Let that breath flow through the back of the nose down into the belly. Observe as the right hand rises. The breath is flowing up through the rib cage, flowing through your chest, left hand rises. Flow it right to your throat. Pause for a count of 2. And then that long, slow release of breath, soften down through your chest, your shoulders, your back, your belly, your hips, your thighs, your knees, flowing down through your calves, and your shins to your ankles. One more long, slow inhalation. Flow it to the back of the nose. Take the time you need to flow that breath down into your belly and let the belly expand. Take your time to flow that breath up through the rib cage and the chest, finally arriving in the throat, pausing for a count of 2. And when you're ready to release that long, slow breath, release around the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders, the arms, the back, the chest, the belly, hips, thighs, knees. Flow down through each leg, through the soles of your feet to the tips of your toes. Release your hands into your lap and allow yourself one more long, slow inhalation through your nose. Flow it down into the belly. Take the time you need to draw that breath from the belly right up to the throat. Take a long, slow inhalation. When you arrive at your throat, pause for a count of 2. When you're ready to release that long, slow breath, relax from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And then return to your natural flow of breath. Just observe the breath. A gentle inhalation, a gentle exhalation. 2 more breaths, softening and releasing with each exhalation. And on our next breath in, it's a long, slow breath as we flow the arms toward the ceiling. As we reach the top, palms come together, releasing the breath, hold the posture. As you inhale, lift high out of your hips, and as you exhale, flow those hands down toward your heart space. Pause, take a breath. Inhale that long, slow breath. Take the hands toward the ceiling. Palms come together, release the breath. Pressing your feet into the floor of the block, inhale, lift high out of your hips. Exhale, flow your hands to your heart space. Pause, take a breath. Once more, inhale, flow the arms toward the ceiling, palms come together. Exhale, flow down. Inhale, flow up. Exhale, flow down. We're going to pause here. On our next flow, we're going to take our hands down toward the floor. If you don't want to come right to the floor, just come halfway. Inhale, flow your arms toward the ceiling. Palms come together. As we exhale, we're flowing down to the floor. Belly resting on thighs, fingertips stretched toward the floor, out toward about 45 degrees, chin down between the upper arms, hips pressed into the back of the chair. Take that stretch. 2 more breaths. As we inhale, we flow the arms toward the ceiling. Palms come together. As we exhale, flow down through your heart space, take it to the floor. Stretch those fingertips away. Belly on thighs, hips pressed to the back of the chair, chin toward chest, arms extended. 2 more breaths. Inhale, flow your arms toward the ceiling. Palms come together, exhale. Press your feet into the floor. Inhale, lift, and as you exhale, flow to your heart space. Relaxing your hands back to your lap, gently sitting back into the chair, soften through the shoulders. Take a breath in and gently lift the chin toward the ceiling. Exhale, hold this posture. Allow your neck to be soft, your shoulders to relax. Inhale, and as you exhale, we're rolling chin to chest. We're pausing for a couple of breaths. We're letting the back of that neck really open and extend as the head rolls down, chin to chest. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, flow the head to center. Exhale, release. Inhale, and as you exhale, look over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center, drop left ear to left shoulder. We're going to just pause here, keep those shoulders away from your ears. Couple of breaths. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the head to the opposite side. Keep the shoulders down. Ear moving toward the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. We're going to take a couple of movements with our head down toward our chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to take chin to chest. Pause, take a breath. And then slide that chin over to the left, gently lifting the head. Pause. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop that chin to chest, take a breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, slide the head to the opposite side. And then lift. Take a breath as you inhale, exhale to center. Once more, inhale. As you exhale, roll that chin down. Take a breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, flow that chin over to the left, gently lifting the head. Inhale, exhale to center. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Take a breath. As you exhale, roll the chin to the opposite side. Inhale, exhale back to center. Inhale, flow your arms toward the ceiling, palms come together. Exhale, flow through your heart space. Inhale, flow up. Lift out of your hips. Exhale, flow down. We're coming toward the floor again. Inhale, flow up. As we exhale, flow down. Take those fingertips to the floor. Take that stretch. Pause for a couple of breaths. Inhale, flow up. Exhale, flow the hands to the heart space and release. Inhale, flow your arms toward the ceiling. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms away. Keep those shoulders soft. Inhale, lift out of your hips. Take those fingertips high now. Stretch it away. Exhale, hold. Push your feet into the floor. As you inhale, lift again. And as you exhale, take the hands to the back of the head. Soften back into the chair. Drop through the elbows. We're just going to gently turn to each side. So keep your back resting into the chair. Drop your shoulder blades down. So that will slightly lift the chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, we're just twisting gently to the left, not too far. You don't want to hurt that shoulder, so pause. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale back to center. Relax your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, gentle twist to the right. Just pause, not too far. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale back to center. Now we're going to drop to the side. Inhale, and as you exhale, dropping down to the left. Pause. Take a breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. Inhale. As you exhale, drop to the opposite side. Take a breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, release. Now we're going to be turning our head so that our chin is coming to our chest, but we're looking down under the left armpit. So inhale, and as you exhale, turn that head down to look down under the armpit. Take a breath. Inhale to center, exhale, release. Going to the opposite side. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring that chin down to chest and looking over to the right armpit. Pause, take a breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, release those hands around in front of you. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms away. Drop through the shoulders. Keep your back resting into the chair. Now keep those shoulders down. Fingertips are crossed over one another, palms are pressed away. Inhale, and just separate those shoulder blades as you press the hands forward. Exhale, we're just going to hold that. Now inhale. And as you exhale, keeping those shoulder blades apart, bring chin to chest, press those hands away, take a couple of breaths. As you inhale, we're flowing the arms toward the ceiling. And as we exhale, we're going to take those hands down to the back legs of the chair. So we're taking our hands so palms are facing forward, let them wrap around the base of the legs of the chair. So you're really extending and opening up through your collarbone. Keep that back pressed into the chair, hips are still pressed into the back of the chair. Take a breath in, walk those fingers slightly down the chair and lift through your chest and your chin. Roll it up and back. And then we're going to pause here, let the head be heavy, couple of breaths. Inhale to center. Exhale, just release those hands back into your lap. Inhale, flow the arms toward the ceiling, interlace the fingers, turn the palms away. Pause. Inhale, lift out of the hips. Exhale, come over to the side. As you take your next breath in, you're going to push those hands into the ceiling so that you come up through that right side through your ribs. So you're stretching through the ribs. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, back to center. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, lift up, out through the hips. Lift up through the hands. Exhale, come to the side. Pause. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. As we inhale, we're going to push that ceiling away and we're going to lift through that left side, lifting through the rib cage. Stretch it away. Take a breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to center. And let those hands flow down to rest on your lap. Lovely. We're going to take some of those nice shoulder rolls now. Inhale, lift your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll them back, roll them down. Inhale, really roll those shoulders forward. Lift them up to your ears. Pause. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back and up. And just release. Lovely. We're going to come forward in our chair. So just taking the block away. You might want to keep the block close because you might want to be using it for some of the exercises we do shortly with our legs. But we're going to start with some of these lovely hip movements. So we're going to start with our feet. We want them hip width apart. We want those knees above ankles, toes facing forward. Sitting up nice and high out of those hips, tucking your hands into your hips. Now we want that lovely extension. So we're opening through our belly, lifting through the rib cage, hands resting into your hips, shoulder blades back and down. Take a breath in and lift through that chest, and as you exhale, drop down to the left. Pause. Inhale to center. Exhale to the opposite side. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale. We're going to take a couple of twists to each side. So we're going to release through our hands. We're going to start that gentle flow up before we move to each side. So keeping the elbows down and in, palms facing down. We're just going to take a gentle flow from one side to the other. Not too deep. We're only moving through our waist at this point. And then we're going to flow up, coming level with our rib cage. So we're starting to bring that into the turn. We're gradually lifting through the elbows as we come up level with our chest. So now we're starting to bring the chest into the turn. And then we're going to bring the fingertips toward each other. Elbows are up, shoulders are down, and we're taking the full torso in this twist from one side to the other. Not fast. Now when you come around to the left, we're going to pause. Now we want to bring those shoulder blades back and down. We're lifting through the chest. Fingertips are touching, elbows are still elevated, shoulders are soft. And you're looking out over your fingertips. And then flowing back the opposite way, we're pausing. Again, make sure those shoulder blades are back and down. Elbows are still kept up, fingertips are touching. And we're taking a couple of lovely breaths as we look out over those fingertips. Keep those knees apart. If your knees are flowing in toward each other, then bring the torso back just a little. And then we're going to take that lovely flow again, starting level with our throat, coming down toward our chest. We're starting to bring the elbows in and the hands are coming so the palms face down, gently flowing through the rib cage, coming down through our waist, down level with our hips. One more flow across our thighs, and then as we come around to the left, we're going to pause. We're going to drop our left hand down. This time we're taking it to the back of the chair. So resting, fingertips pointing down the back leg of the chair. Right hand rests across your thighs. Soften your shoulders. Take a breath. Now lift out of your hips, and as you exhale, gently twist the whole of your torso to the back shoulder. Fingertips are gently pointing down the leg of the chair. Once you're in position, you're going to soften and relax your jaw, shoulders, chest, arms, hips, thighs, knees, feet. Keep the knees apart. Take the breath in, and as you exhale, flow those hands to the opposite side. Right hand is going to rest down the leg of that chair. Left hand rests across your thighs. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, lift out of the hips, and as you exhale, gently twist to the back shoulder, and then relax right down. Soften and release. Keep the knees apart. And then releasing the hands back to your lap. Soften those shoulders, but coming through our cat-cow. Take a breath in. We're lifting through the chest, taking that chin slightly up. Let that curve come through your lower back, shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll it right down as deeply as you like, curving through that lower back. Inhale, flow up. Exhale, flow down. Inhale, flow up. Exhale, flow down. And back to center and release. Now we're going to be doing some stretches through our legs. These are quite strong, so if you've got some trouble with your knees, please don't feel you need to take the knee bent right through, or you can just take an extension that's a little closer in and not so extended to the back. So we're going to move ourselves to the side of the chair. We're also, take a block with you because you might find it more comfortable to put a foot on the block. So we're going to come over to the left-hand side of our chair to begin. Our right leg, so the chair leg is between our legs. The right leg is resting on the floor with the knee above the ankle, toes facing forward. Now this left leg, we're going to begin by just coming onto the tippy toes and walking that leg back until the knee begins to drop down toward the floor. Now, you might find you don't get very far, and that's absolutely fine. What we're trying to get here is you need to be upright. So if that knee is even still a little bit further forward, but you can stay upright, that's fine. If you can walk that foot back and get that knee pointing to the floor, that's what we're aiming for. You're still on your tippy toes at the back. Once your knee is pointed toward the floor, you're going to try and pull that knee in toward the chair. So walk those toes a little bit closer in, taking that knee in and down. If that's not comfortable for you, then you've just got the toes still on tiptoes, but the knee is a little further forward. So dropping that knee down, this leg needs to remain facing forward, and you're trying to sit upright. So press the foot down, take that knee down, and then begin to pull that knee in toward the chair. When you're in position, inhale, flow the arms toward the ceiling. We're only up a little more than, we're not quite pointed straight up. We've just got a bit of an angle happening then. Now push your front foot into the floor. Inhale, lift out of your hips, and as you exhale, gently come forward. Not right down. We're not taking belly to thigh. We're coming about halfway down. Now inhale, stretch those fingertips away. Keep the foot pressed into the floor, and you're on your tiptoes pressing. Take another breath. Inhale, flow your arms toward the ceiling, and as you exhale, take those hands down and walk that leg forward. Just get comfortable. I'm going to take that left leg. Let's stretch it out in front. Lift through the front of the foot. Sit up through those hips. Take that lovely stretch. Now, we're going to just walk that leg back. Now, again, this can be uncomfortable for people with their hips. So we are going to start taking the foot out to the side. Toes are facing forward. For some of you, it might be easier just to take your foot onto a block. That might be more comfortable. The main thing here is only go to where it's comfortable. You might get your leg forward like that. That's absolutely brilliant. If you want to take your foot a little further out, you can take it back a little further. So we're going to take that stretch. And we can take the toes pointing away from our body. If your foot is forward, just take that foot to wherever's comfortable. So it might not be to the side, obviously. It might be more at a 45-degree angle. Take that stretch. Now, the belly is trying to face forward toward that front knee. This leg is still square. This foot is extended out to the side. Sit up nice and straight out of those hips. We're going to slide that left hand onto the left thigh. We're going to take the opposite arm and we're going to flow it up toward the ceiling. We're going to lift, and as we exhale, we're going to come over. It's not a deep twist or a deep stretch. We're just coming over a little way. You want to feel it in your hip, in the side of your body. It's not about coming as far forward as you can. That's not at all what this is about. It's about lifting and gently coming over. Take the stretch. One more breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Let's walk that leg in. Now, it might be a little bit sore, so we're just going to walk that out. And we're going to slide ourselves to the opposite side of the chair. Again, we want that chair leg between our two legs. The left leg, again, is square, knee above ankle. The right leg is going to come out. We're going to come onto our tiptoes, and we're going to walk that leg back. Now, just come to wherever's comfortable for you, because we do want to be sitting upright, okay? So you can hang on to get yourself there, but once you're in position, lift up nice and straight, belly facing forward. And then if you can, we're going to walk on tiptoes back toward the back of the chair. Knee will begin to come to the floor. When you feel you've reached your position, start to pull that knee in toward the chair. Keep this leg nice and square. You're really working through your hips and your lower body to hold you in position. Now, sitting nice and straight, press that front foot into the floor. Back toes pushing down into the floor, knee resting in toward the chair. Inhale, flow your arms toward the ceiling. Not the whole way up. Inhale, lift up out of your hips. Take that lovely stretch. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift, and as you exhale, we're coming forward. Pause. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Walk that leg up. Let's stretch it out in front. Lift through the toes. Feel that lovely stretch. And then we're going to walk that leg out to the side. Now again, remember, if you can't come the full way, just come halfway and stretch that leg down and out. Otherwise, we're going to take it right to the side, stretching the toes away. And you might find one side is more comfortable than the other. It can be quite tight on one side, and you might not want to come the full way around. Just take it halfway around. That's fine too. Sitting up nice and straight. Belly is facing toward that front knee. Knee is above ankle. We're taking it nice and lifting up through the hips. We're going to take the right hand down to the thigh of the right extended leg. Left arm flows up. Inhale, lift, and as you exhale, come over. The right hand will slide slightly down the leg. Left hand will lift and stretch. Couple more breaths. One more breath. Inhale, lift, exhale, come back. Bend that knee, bring it in. Come back to center, and we're just going to take some nice stretches through the tops of our legs. So take that left knee and give it a squeeze. You can rotate through that ankle just to give it a bit of movement. and release. Opposite leg, bring it in, give it a squeeze. Little rotation, back the other way. And release. We're just going to take a few lovely stretches here before we stand up. So we're just going to take those feet out in front. We are going to hold onto the chair. We're going to lift up out of those hips, lift through the belly, lift through the chest, take that lovely breath, lift. And as you lift up out of those hips, you're not leaning back. You're still sitting upright, but you're pressing your feet away as firmly as you can. Lift out of the hips. Now, soften and release, but hold those feet up. We're going to inhale, hold onto the chair, and as we exhale, we're bringing that belly down toward our thighs. Now, you're not rolling down. You're pressing as if your chest is leading you down, and you will feel a really deep stretch in the back of your hips and your hammies. When you reach about halfway, just pause. Your eyes can be looking forward at the floor just past your toes. Take another breath. Now, if you want to, as you exhale, you can come a little bit more deeply. Otherwise, stay where you are. This is you're really going to feel it in your lower back. Keeping the toes up. Inhale, engage that core, and as you exhale, roll up. Now we're going to flow our hands right to the back of the chair. Take it to the curve of the chair. Hold on tight. Lift through the feet. Inhale, lift through the chest. Lift that chin toward the ceiling. Let the head roll back. Let the hips curve. Keep those toes lifted. Take a couple more breaths. Inhale, exhale, and come back to center. Bend through those knees. And sit back in the chair a little. Now we're going to come up for some standing postures. Again, we will be working through our knees a bit, so just go gently if that's uncomfortable. We can do some modifications. So we're taking our feet hip width apart. We're going to come up through our chair pose. Again, you don't have to do the chair pose. You can come straight to standing is fine. Otherwise, inhale, flow those arms up, 45 degrees, drop the shoulder blades back and down. Lift through the chest a little, take a breath in, and as you exhale, push that bottom down and then lift. Now, we're going to realign. Look down at your feet. If your toes are ahead of your knees, you need to push that bottom back further. You should be able to lift your toes off the floor and still balance. Now, drop the toes. Inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, drop a little deeper. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, come up, exhale, release. Well done. Now, we are going to be coming to the back of our chair. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see what I'm doing. But you'll be facing the back of your chair. Now we're standing facing the back of our chair. We're going to do as we always do, come down into our stretch so we can stretch through our back before we begin. So we're going to keep our hands on the back of the chair and we're going to walk backward. We're going to bring our chin down between our upper arms. We're going to keep those feet walking back until we feel we've got a nice flat back. Stretch the fingertips in one direction and the hips in the opposite. Really feel that extension. And we're going to do that lovely roll through our hips that we like to do. So we're going to roll the hips under and then we're going to roll the hips up. Roll the hips under and roll the hips up. Once more, roll the hips under and roll the hips up. Now, we're going to stay facing forward like this. We're going to keep our left hand on the chair. We're going to take our right hand to rest into our hip, elbow bent. Now, our chest at this point is still facing the floor. We're going to keep our hips and our legs in exactly the position they're in. But as we inhale, we're going to prepare, and as we exhale, we're twisting toward that elbow. Now, we're going to pause here for a breath. Inhale, and as you exhale, roll back to center. Extend both hands, take that stretch. Keeping the right hand where it is, take the left hand into your waist. Pause. Take a breath, and as you exhale, gently twist toward that elbow. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale, prepare, exhale back to center and extend those hands away. Now we're going to walk ourselves towards our chair. And we're going to take some stretches through our calves. So holding onto the chair, we're going to come onto our toes, lift up, drop the shoulder blades back and down, lift through that chest, press those toes into the floor, lift through the ankles, drop the shoulders. Take that beautiful stretch. And then dropping down onto the soles of your feet, let yourself roll back onto your heels, holding onto that chair. Still lifting through the chest, let those heels press into the floor. And then we're going to come down onto our feet. We're going to walk back into our stretch. Now this time we're going to take some stretches through our legs. So keep your hands resting forward on the chair. Bend your left knee, bring it in toward your chest and then extend it away. Toes are facing down. Don't take the leg any higher than your hip. Toes are facing down. Press through the foot. Couple of breaths. Inhale that knee into your chest. Exhale, drop it to the floor. Inhale, take the opposite knee into your chest. Exhale, extend the leg away. Toes are facing down. Push through the heel as you push the foot away. Take that extension. Couple of breaths. Inhale that knee into your chest. Exhale, drop that foot away. Now we're just going to take a couple more extensions. We're going to extend through the right hand as we bring the left knee into our chest and then push that foot away. So hold on with the opposite hand onto the chair. Bring the knee into the chest, drop the foot to the floor. And we're extending through the opposite side of our body. So left hand's extending, right knee's coming into the chest, pushing away, dropping the foot down, heel pressing away from you, fingertips pressing in the opposite direction. And then bend that knee into the chest, drop the foot to the floor, and then walk yourself back up toward the chair. Just soften your shoulders a little. Taking the left leg, bend the knee, bring that, if you can, catch the foot in your hand and just bring that foot up toward your bottom, bending through the knee. If that's not comfortable, just bend the knee and let that foot hang out. And then drop that foot to the floor, straighten up again, take the opposite leg, bend the knee. Now you can come to here if you like, otherwise we're going to catch the foot with our hand and we're going to gently coax that foot up toward our bottom, bending through that knee, stretching through that thigh. And then drop the foot to the floor, keeping both feet together, taking the left leg, take the heel forward. Lift through the toes, straighten up, drop through the shoulders, press that heel to the floor. Then relax through the knee, take the feet together, standing up nice and straight again. Take the opposite leg, take the foot forward, drop the heel to the floor, lift through the toes, lift through the chest, drop the shoulders down, stretch it away. And then release that foot back to the floor. We're going to bring that seat round so we can come down for our seated relaxation. Sitting back into the chair, or sitting slightly forward in the chair, bringing the soles of your feet together. Just resting those hands down into your lap. And just take a few breaths as you begin to soften and settle back into the chair. I've let you off the hook today, not coming down in a chair pose. I think we've done enough stretching. We can come and sit down. Take a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, taking that long, slow breath, inhale, flow your arms toward the ceiling. Palms come together. Exhale, hold this posture. Inhale, lift out of your hips. Exhale, flow your hands to your heart space. Pause. Take a breath. Inhale, flow the arms toward the ceiling. Cross one hand over the other. And as you exhale, flow down through the center. Inhale, flow up. Swap the hands over. Exhale, flow down. We're going to pause for a breath. And then as we inhale, flow the hands up through the center. Exhale, take the hands wide, allow them to meet at the bottom, cross the wrists. Inhale, flow up through the center. Exhale, take it wide, again meeting at the bottom. This time bring the palms together. Inhale, flow the arms toward the ceiling, allow the palms to meet. Exhale, flow down to your heart space. As you inhale, press the soles of your feet and the palms together as tightly as you can. And as you exhale, release, bring the knees in toward each other. We're just going to come onto our tiptoes and we're just going to rock from side to side. And then releasing and relaxing, sitting back into the chair, feet on the floor or the block. Resting your hands in your lap. Softening back into the chair. Beginning to take those lovely breaths as you relax. And allow yourself to bring your focus and awareness to you sitting on a chair. Allowing your mind to just take in only that, you on a chair. Feel yourself relax against the back and the base of the chair. Feel how your feet rest against the floor or the block. And then bring your awareness to the crown of your head and just allow yourself to focus entirely on that spot. Begin a visual flow as you flow down through the back of your body, noticing any areas of tension or tightness. Softening and releasing to the back and to the base of the chair as you make that flow down through your body, flowing through the backs of your legs and through the soles of your feet, and arriving at your toes. Pausing to focus only on the tips of your toes before beginning that flow up through the front of your body. Visualize as you flow through the front of your body. Feel for any areas of tension or tightness and use your breath to flow into those spaces, releasing and relaxing. Gradually working your way to the crown of your head, pausing. And then begin to feel how your clothes feel against your skin. Feel the fabric beneath your hands and the fabric beneath your feet. Feel the cool of the air on your skin. And gradually begin to take in the sounds around you. Bring your awareness to the flow of your breath and just observe that gentle flow That inhalation through your nose, the rise and the fall of your chest, and that exhalation back through your nose or through your mouth. Observing your natural breath, the length of it and the depth of it. And maintaining that flow of breath, bring your awareness to your toes, softening and releasing through your toes as you flow through the tops of your feet and through the soles of your feet. Feeling the block or the floor beneath your feet as you soften into your heels and to your ankles. Flowing through your shins and your calves, allowing them to be soft and heavy, releasing through the backs of your knees. Softening through the tops of your knees and allowing them to fall to each side. Visualize as you flow through the backs of your thighs and allow them to soften and to become heavy against the base of the chair. Softening through the tops of your thighs, feeling your hands resting in your lap. Bring your awareness to your hips and allow them to be soft. Feel them release into the back and to the base of the chair. As you bring your awareness to your belly, take a breath into your belly and allow that breath to flow through to your lower back. And as you release the breath, soften your lower back. Begin to work your way up your spine, softening and releasing. Feel your back rest into the chair. Relax between your shoulder blades. Soften the whole of your upper back. Bring your awareness to your belly. Take a breath into your belly and allow it to open and expand with your breath. And as you release the breath, let the whole of the belly be heavy. Let all the tension flow out of the belly as you soften into your rib cage and your chest. Take a breath into your chest. Let that breath flow through to your upper back, open and expand. And as you release the breath, soften your chest, your back, your shoulders, and begin to flow down through each arm, releasing at your elbows. Soften through the forearms. Relax through your wrists. And allow the tension to soften and flow through the palms of your hands, right through and out past the fingertips. Bring your awareness to your throat. Take a breath into your throat. And as you release the breath, allow the chin to come slightly toward the chest. Open up through the back of your neck and allow that breath to flow, softening from the base of your skull to the crown of your head. Take another breath in. And as you release the breath, soften around your eyes, your jaw, and allow your tongue to rest gently in the bottom of your mouth as you return again to your natural flow of breath. Inhaling through the nose and allowing that breath now to flow down deep into the belly. So you open and expand the belly with your breath, flowing it up through your chest and to your throat, pausing for that long exhalation, flowing into that long, slow, deep Om breath. Returning your awareness again to the natural flow of your breath. Beginning to rub your thumb across your fingertips. Gradually rolling your wrists first in one direction. Pausing and rolling in the opposite direction. Allowing your hands to be soft. Taking that long, slow breath, flow your arms toward the ceiling. As the palms come together, releasing the breath, hold the posture. Inhale, lift high out of your hips. And as you exhale, flow your hands to your heart space. Rubbing your hands together for warmth. Placing them over your heart space and giving yourself that moment of gratitude for those things that bring you joy and happiness. Bringing your palms together. Namaste.